This stuff Yerushalmi Pesachim. The article also additional Daf Chav Vav Amud Aleph. We're on um, the fourth line down. Tani Gomra Zu, which in the Vilna is on Daf Chav Beis on the Beis. It is the fifth line from the bottom. Tani Gomra Zeh. And this goes back to the Mishnah where he said, Chachamim, you have to stagger. Shnei Nashim Oska Botek Achas, Shosh Nashim Osas Botek Achas, Loshim Achas, Rachas Achas Ofa, etc. And there's a very nice chart here in the art scroll for this to describe this, where they're doing this in a staggered, synchronized way. Tani Gomra Zeh Lishasa, Begomra Zeh Kituba. This one finishes its Lisha. I'm going to show it to you in a second. It's over here. Tani Gomra Zeh Lishasa. This one finished her Lisha, the garments of Ketuf, this one finished her Kituf, the garments of Yiseka, and this one finished her stoking the fire. Shana Shia K'dei Hesika, the first one waits K'dei Hesika, Shia K'dei Hesika, I feel the second one, the amount of time it takes to do the stoking the fire and the baking. Vias Chaverta, the baking, the first one. The Shlish K'dei Shnei Hesekim, the third one waits the amount it takes to stoke twice. And via achas and one baking. So if you look at the chart here, it is you'll see the blank spaces are where she just sits to wait and without doing anything. And next to the hesek there is a bastard, because next to hesek she can't, and there's not actually doing it. She's waiting for the fire to go on. So the first one, Rishona first does Lisha, then Aricha, right, and then Hesek, asterisk, then Afia. Meantime, the second one starts her Lisha, at the same time the second one is doing her Aricha, then she's doing this Aricha, at the same time first doing her Hesek, and then she has to wait till this one finishes baking, of course, and then she can do her Hesek, and then her Afia. So she's waiting twice a year, right? Once K'dei Afia and once K'dei Hesek of her own. And the third one starts Elisha when this one's doing the Aricha, and she does then her Aricha while the first one is doing Afia, the second one is waiting. Then she has to wait while the second one does her Hesek and does her Afia, so two blank asterisks, and finally she has to wait till she does her own Hesek. So she has three blank periods, and of course she does her own Afia. And then, of course, if we go going back around again, you must have Kika Rishon Achron, send to the stage, say Hesekim Shtei Afios, she has to wait two Hesekim and two Afios in order to, you have to include the last Afia. It doesn't have an asterisk there next to it now, but if you go around again, then the last Afia is going to have an asterisk next as well. So then the first one can get moving, can do her sake and Afia and finish up. Okay, so that is how it goes around again. Says a lot further. I should say the Mashbiach does move this. He moves this section before and divides it in two, which will make sense as we see it. But evidently, when I was learning this last, I did not feel it was necessary to go ahead and actually do it. Right, this should be a header for the beginning of the Gemara, right before the Tani. They can all bake as once, bake in the same oven, in sequence without synchronizing it. And this also should be a header after a Gamliel, before the Tani Gomra, which we had today. And this Tani Rabbi Yosha Acheres Ba V'Lasha Tachtein. So this is according to Mashbiach. Also, this statement Rabbi Yosha should have been before, obviously, and it refers to another woman coming. So at least according to Rabbi Ada, it's talking about a fourth woman coming along. According to Moshe, he's just reiterating the point that you can start over again. So it's not really a difference in halacha, it's just a difference in Metzios. Does he mean to say that third woman's coming along, the fourth woman's coming along, or that the first one starts over again? Okay, is tani bechitin shlosha kabin. So those who learn that bechitin you can do three kabin together. In other words, that you can uh, keep from becoming chametz, but not more. Certain arba kabin and certain four kabin. Is tani. Those are bechitin arba kabin. By chitim is four kabin. It was certain shlosha kabin, which seems to be the opposite. So, manamai beschitim shlosha kabin b'sheish b'em shamnunis. So there's that Sorim have three carbon. Sorry, B'chinas only three carbon. It has Shamnunis, and we mentioned this a few blot ago in the Perek Beis Aloch above. So for here it's clear that Shamnunis is a catalyst for something to become chametz quicker. I mean, only this it's like a moisture or viscosity which helps make it chametz. In any event, so it's clear in the final analysis that the difference between chitim and sorim is not a difference between the species, but rather between whether they're fatty or lean. So going to come along. This will become clear in a moment. So again, man chitim shlosh kabim b'sheish and kam shunis. Or in arba kabim b'sheish and shunis. If they're very dry, they don't have that moisture of the viscosity. Man chitim arba kabim in chitin, they are chitin. And chitin here is interesting. It doesn't mean wheat. It means here they are small and dryish. The soim shlosh kabim the inun retishin. And retishin means strong and big and strong. So that is again not a difference in species, but a difference in the quality of the grain. Okay, says Allah. Hey, siur yisaref. Siur is something which has begun to be chametz, but it's not fully chametz yet. But if you eat it, you're potter. You're not chayav koris. Siduk, if it actually started cracking, so then yisaref has to be burned. Ochlo chayav koris. So if you eat that, you chametz mamish, and that is chayav koris. What is the difference? Ezu siur. Siur is kakanei chavavim, not real cracks yet. It looks like the antennae of locusts. Siduk shenis arvu stukim zebazeh. That where there are, even if it's the size of as antennae, but if they start getting mixed up with numbers and letters, not one here, one there, but they're all crisscrossing. So then that's going to be satuk. Okay. That's going to be no, they're both chayav koris. No matter, even if it's just isolated cracks, which are the cracks the size of antennae, it's still chayav koris. Ezu seer, what seer which are potter, koshich sipu panav. Any time it's it's become shiny. A person whose hair has stood up on account of his fear of something, and evidently his head with his face becomes shiny. That is the issue. That is what's considered to be siur, which is not yet fully chametz. The shininess is evidently like a whitish tinge to the face. I don't know exactly what it looks like, but it's a whitish, shiny tinge. Okay, it says the Gemara, Ravuna b'Shem Rav said, "Mutar la'achil kalbo." So the Rules Kanim here says that the seer of each one of each of these shitas, according to the shita, you're allowed to give it to your dog because it's not full chametz and therefore it's still mutar bahana. Okay, you can't eat it, but it's mutar bahana. Bar Kapara is explaining the reason Chachamim chayav koris with the seer of Rabbi Yehuda, because ein l'chokos tzedek milamal, even though you only see isolated cracks on top. The she'ein tachtov kam you won't have a crack on top, but it doesn't have several cracks underneath. Okay, halacha vav. Marboaz Sosh Chayos b'Shabbos. At the 14th day came on Shabbos. We had it this past year in 2025, and we'll not have it again for another, I forget how many years, like 22 years. I don't remember when next time is. Long time from now. Marboaz Sosh Chayos b'Shabbos. Our 14th day comes on Shabbos. A lot of times Chazal Yerushalmi, and get it in. Probably two. Okay, Arbos Shabbos Shabbos Varis Akom Livnei Shabbos. For the 14th day comes on the 14th day of Nisan Erev Pesach comes on Shabbos. Passover from the Shabbos get rid of anything before Shabbos. Divrei Meir. Chachamim said get rid of it on Shabbos itself. It says Truma Livnei Shabbos, Truma for Shabbos because you can't give it to non-Kohanim or to animals, and therefore there's no reason to keep it around. It's unlikely anybody's going to eat it. But Chulin Bismana Chulin can be about the next day on Shabbos because there's still a lot of people who will likely be able to eat it before the time comes for the biur. So the Gemara says Asay Meir, who says Mevar everything before Shabbos, goes like Rabbi Eliezer, and like Rabbi Eliezer says that you have to take care. In the previous back in Halacha Gimel, you have to make sure not to come at all to potential by Motzei, and therefore you have to bake all the bread and only take challah afterwards. All the matzah, take challah afterwards. So to here, you should come at all by Motzei. Get rid of everything before Shabbos. The Blazer Mishloiva they by Reb by Mutzer. Right, Meir Shloiva the suffix by Reb by Mutzer. Meir's even I skipped the line. But it's a make Reb Blazer to read it in Reb Blazer. It's greater, more Mechidish Reb Blazer. Reb Blazer Meir Shloiva they by Reb by Mutzer should come by Reb by Mutzer Badai. By having the chametz around, so therefore make sure it has challah, so therefore get sure to bake it. Right, Meir Shloiva the suffix by Reb Mutzer should come even Sunday by Reb Mutzer because maybe we won't be anything left by the time this man beer comes about tomorrow. Right, maybe it'll be gone by then. No. Nevertheless, don't leave it around. Get rid of it all before Shabbos. Ask the Rabbanon Rabbi Yeshua, believe Rabbi Yeshua, and they're good. The more Mechish Rabbi Yeshua. Shuma answer is Kachim Yontif. Yeshua says you don't put the Kachim Yontif. You leave the Chal around, might become Chametz, will become Chametz. Okay, you're not responsible for that. You know that because we're going to be to bring Kachim on Yontif. Chomim afilu b'chol ain't service kachim. Chomim say even b'chol can be served kachim. So that's why I hold not the Rabbi is talking, but even truma. You don't burn it. You leave it around till tomorrow. Maybe someone will come to eat it. So you don't burn the kachim even before even before Shabbos, even Erev Shabbos. As long as you might possibly find somebody to eat it. Tani Amar B'Yisrael said lo yubei sham Yisrael al truma tahera. Yerushalmi is not arguing Truma Torah, so also l'sarfa. If you have Truma Torah that you're not allowed to burn it, says Korban Eidah, so also sorry, but Gimel Shachar Bar Tzal Shabbos. Truma Torah not allowed to burn it, no matter what. The only question was Truma Tluya. Shebeshama mean ain't sarfim. Shami says you don't burn it. Don't burn it because maybe Eliyahu Navi will come and tell you that it's suitable, right? So it's clear. We're going to discuss obviously. Anytime Beisil says no, you burn it. Okay. So it says Beis Shammai, listen. Then let me demonstrate my logic to you. Elaborate what I just said. Basically, that why you say that Torah should not be burnt? You agree with me, Torah should not be burnt, right? Because maybe a Kohen's going to come. He was not around today, but he was within 2,000 amos of the city before Shabbos began. He'll come today. Welcome to Shabbos. Come to Shabbos. Absolutely, let's say so. To true, we have a subject to Torah. Should not be burnt. Shani Yom, I'll say Shem Elio Shabbos Ma'ar Carmel. Elio Navi was Ben Shabbos in Har Carmel. I know Har Carmel's Dafka, but Elio obviously is very much linked to Har Carmel. That's why he's maybe he's there. Maybe he's there till today. And Vubra made a little Shabbos return. Come and testify Shabbos and it's Torah, and they're going to be able to eat it. Beisil said, we have a promise. Elio Navi does not come neither on Shabbos nor Yontif. So there's a different curiosity in the Korban Eidah. Let's say Elio lo arbe Shabbos lo arbe Yom Tovim. Hochi Bushun say Yom Erev Shabbos the Mocha Erev Yontif. Today is Erev Shabbos. Tomorrow is Erev Yontif. The time of Shaddam, Torah Sheyesh Lem so B'Sul Shabbos you should do both. And the reason is because we're concerned maybe they're not going to be able to fully prepare. So they're Shabbos. So if Elio ain't coming today, not Erev Shabbos, and ain't coming tomorrow because it's Erev Yontif, and therefore This Truma Tluya there's no hope for it. Okay, that's the coordinator who syncs up the Bavli with the Yerushalmi, and therefore changes the Yerushalmi and the Bavli, therefore changes the gears here. But the article brings down from the Masad Yerushalayim that that Eliyahu Navi is not going to come. Well, actually, before we sit down, he says that Eliyahu is not coming on It's Kipshuto, the without changing Yosef. Eliyahu is not coming on Shabbos or Yosef because we're involved in our Sudos. Right, it's distracting us from our Einik Shabbos and Simchas Yontif. So if he's not coming on Shabbos or Yontif, he's not coming. So therefore, we're going to burn everything before Shabbos because he's not. That's it. He's not going to come on Shabbos and tell us. Even he's within the Tchum. He's not going to come on Shabbos and tell us to do anything with it. So therefore, where we going to. Because it was distracted from a meal. So it says, Matthew Shine says, according to this, Eliyahu can come on Shabbos afternoon, because I already finished the time of Suda. Yes, but then it's already over the Biur Chametz. And that's not going to do us any good, right? Because Trumas Li has to be clarified for the time of Biur. It's interesting, he brings down here from the Tosis and Erevin, the Marsha, and also the Tzlach, that they want to touch up that the Bavli also means like the Yerushalmi. That it says that we're sure Eliyahu is not going to Erev Shabbos Erev Yontif means that just so you know that Eliyahu doesn't go to Erev Shabbos Erev Yontif because of the Teirach, in order to be able to put Erev Shabbos Yontif properly, so he's not going to come to Shabbos Yontif himself because we're involved in the Suda. So therefore, he's not coming on either of these days, or certainly he's not going to try and tell us about what to do with the Suda, and therefore we just have to get rid of it. So the Gemara says, "Avo b'shem Rabbi Yochanan, Asid Rabbi Lezer Rabbi Tzadok Rabbi Gamliel." Rabbi Tzadok is going like Rabbi Gamliel. Here it says, "Kamar Gamliel Amar Mashani ben Chulin le Truma." So the Yerushalmi Kipshuta brings down a girsa that Mahashne, and it's a unique Yerushalmi word, which means to make a distinction. Mahashne, he makes two things. It's mechalik. Okay, so Mahashne, instead of Amar Mahashne, he says Mahashne ben Chulin l'Truma. He makes the distinction between Chulin and Truma. That he said that Chulin are now called, we have earlier in Sechta, Chulin are eaten for 4 hours, only until the end of the 4th hour, Truma at the end of the 5th hour, and then, of course, afterwards do the beer. So this is Mechai ben Chulin Truma, Ken Elizabeth Tzok, Mechai ben Chulin Truma, and he says that Truma you burn before Shabbos, you keep around till Shabbos. Elizabeth Tzok, Mehashne ben Chulin Truma. Okay, so so just like you would say, you pass Gamliel, so too, that we draw a distinction between Truma and Chulin, even though the distinction is reversed, right? Because the Gamliel get the Truma next an hour, and you the Truma earlier, before Shabbos begins. But nevertheless, since they're both Mahashne, well, differentiate. So we should, so therefore, Pascha Gamliel one, we should Pascha like Elazar ben Tzadok on the other. It's interesting that I didn't know this before. The article also brings down has this gear so Mahashne. Where does he get it from? Balmor. Okay. The Rashi says it's actually a pasuk. Daniel Mahashna means to be Mishaneh. Daniel Perak Beis. Okay. Halacha Zay. So he's going to shech his current Pesach. V'lamos beno. To do bris milo. Lachos sudas yisrael beis chamav. To eat a sudas erusin as a bort in his father's house. This shesh chametz och beiso. He has members that has chametz in his house. If you can go back and eradicate the chametz, and this is about obviously the 14th day before there's manabir. There's still time afterwards to finish his mitzvah. Yachzor, he should go back. But if not, Yivatam Libo, he should do bittul in his heart. Lots of Miyara Gaius, Miyara Nahar, meaning Lake is going for something which is a pressing need to save somebody or something from Yisrael and Yiraf. Miyara Gaius says Moshe is the Jews being pursued by bandits or somebody's in danger of drowning in a river or there's somebody in danger of a fire. Lake close up to that one. Then no Kashbanis. About to believe there should be a battle in his heart. Whoever lishbos visas to rishus is going an optional Pesach, an Erev Pesach, an optional errand, an optional trip. Both the Komeim say Pnei Moshe say he's going to be Misameach, his friend or his relative. So then you're not going for mitzvah. You're certainly not going for pikuach nefesh. Go back and yachzor miyad. Go back immediately and be mevar your chametz, as opposed to lying on break. And although it's relatively short based on our recent track record, but that's it for today. So we'll stop here for today.